One change for the team that knocked Austin FC from the MLS out of the Cup in midweek. Carlos Miguel comes in at the back for Sean Toach. Edgardo Rito comes in and he actually goes into attack, and also Dida Armstrong on the left-hand side. So two changes there.
In match week 7 of the USL Championship, alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, Sam Goldfarb bringing you all of the action. And Gary, for Lou City, it is a rare rut in league play. It's the first time they haven't won back-to-back league matches.
I just wonder if they'll start targeting Carlos Miguel at the back, because without Sean Toach, that Brandon Days, Kyle Adams, Sean Toach combination is very assured. They've played together a lot. Carlos Miguel actually came in a few matches back. Lexington in the Cup, they played him at centre back and said he's on the ball there. The reason why we want to play him is because he can play out the back. He's a very good passer of the ball. But you just wonder if defensively maybe that's where Sporting JAX will just prod and test.
Look over the top now, and there are numbers in behind for Lou City. It's crossed to Evan Davila. The effort deflected. The follow-up forces a strong save out of Olivares.
Shot forces a decent save out of Christian Olivares. Ray Serrano doing well here. Stops the ball, head up. Finds Evan Davila there. And that second shot on target, going in the corner, that is plaguing Sporting JAX at the moment.
Here's Duncan, the Australian standout in midfield, who cleverly untangles himself and continues forward. Tried to pick out the far corner and may have taken a slight touch off Olivares, and that it did.
Did well there, Zach Duncan. 4 matches into last year, he got a terrible injury, was out for the entire year, and he's back and desperate to do well. And the management, Danny Cruz before he left, and Simon Bird, everyone there just super keen to see him do well after his horrendous injury-plagued year last year.
Already pressing the issue in the center of the park. And it is a corner kick for Lou City, a Wi-Fi corner kick, that is. Taken with in-swing. Was shaping up to go towards Shawunmi, and now it does reach him. Biting tackle. Does the job from Rossiter, and just a throw.
Babacar Niang, I mean, you would think those would all be starters for Sporting JAX.
Here's something on for Sporting JAX. It was cut out at the source rather quickly through Edgardo Rito. But to your point, a wealth of reserves on the bench, even without some of the key talents defensively being available tonight. This is a squad with so many options they can bring on as reserves. And we were speaking to Simon Bird this week, and he mentioned the duo they have in Tola Shawunmi and Chris Donovan. He said it's got to be a nightmare for opposing defenses, because we can take one off at the hour mark, and you bring on a proven finisher with fresh legs for the final 30 minutes.
Absolutely, both of them super talented. And Sporting JAX will be aware of that.
Serrano cuts it across. Shawunmi has a pop and draws a strong save out of Christian Olivares.
Decent effort, and the way he's holding his hands, I think he thought that was going in. Decent save as well from Olivares. Have a look at it again. He hits it, picks his spot in the corner, it's going, and immediately grabbed his head, and because he must have thought he found the perfect spot. There you go. As you can see the frustration.
Shawunmi continues to get himself in dangerous spots. It was nearly a 4th and 5 for him. They cut it across on the Wi-Fi corner kick. And now arced back in, headed, and just wide. Half the fans thought that nestled in. That was a golden chance to end the mini drought.
Yeah, it's with the likes of Muka Kale on the bench, brought in, especially Quincy Herman. These are players who've been brought in to attack, especially from the width, so he's got them breathing down his neck, and hopefully for him he'll get another chance and he can tuck it away, but that'll go down as a miss.
Well, anytime you lose Philip Goodrum, and then you start to talk about the side that lost Philip Goodrum as one of the best attacking teams in the league, that raises eyebrows as Serrano has a hit and lashes at it well over. And here's Tyshawn Rose. Maybe this is one of the moments where he can roam forward, although it's neutralized rather quickly. Well, if you are Sporting JAX in this scenario, how do you grab the match by the scruff of the neck and at least enjoy some semblance of the ball?
Very difficult. I mean, it's you're up against the top side in the USL over the last 2 seasons. They've got so much talent. They're doing what they can do, which is defend in numbers, bodies behind the ball, and just try and keep the clean sheet.
Here's Taylor Davila, who has a crack. Quality save there from Olivares, who has passed every test thrown his way to date.
6 strike from Taylor Davila from that distance, 30 yards out. And hits it, and it's flying in that corner. Another good save from Christian Olivares. And they're going to, as we said in the beginning, they're going to need him if they're to get anything out of this match. If the keeper can just keep that clean sheet, and you never know if they can sneak.
Last year's Player of the Year in USL Championship, a 3-time first-team selection. Another Wi-Fi corner kick. Toward the near post again. This time away rather confidently from Sporting JAX. Well, you'll be in the final third, and they've had just over a month to do that in actual competitive action. Not counting preseason, of course. It's a side that has produced an XG of just 0.06 so far tonight. That in contrast, Lou City 0.72.
Sporting JAX have 0.6.
0.06.
I'm going to say, when you say, I'm thinking, where? 0.06, 100%. They just really haven't created anything. Yeah.
Decimal points are important. Samaru, Rossiter. And here is the captain, Edwards. 32 years old. He has anchored this side as Gomez plays it forward. Now dispossessed. Shawunmi. Evan Davila, who's made an impact so far, cuts inside, curls it goalward. It's off the head of what appears to be.
Evan Davila really surprising me by how well he's playing. You always think of his brother as being the superstar, but does well here. Goes one way, comes back the other. And that header clear from the captain, Ryan Edwards, is just absolutely brilliant. I think that's going in the back of the net.
Scored 8 nights ago against Loudon to level the scoreline and preserve a point, and now he takes this 5-5 corner kick. Marks it to the back post this time. Days heads it goalward, but it was always off the mark. Days. And there is not. Halftime whistle sounds, and nothing to separate the top of the East and the bottom of the East. 0-0 between Lou City and their opposite numbers in Sporting JAX. To get going here between Lou City and Sporting JAX, no score through a half of play. Sam Goldfarb alongside the former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey. And we spoke about it in the halftime highlights package. All the way back to Hugo Ferrou, who's got his first touch of it in quite some time.
He's feeling bored. You're going to find him on the halfway line most of the second half just to try and get a touch.
Evan Davila squaring up with his defender Retail. It's an appetizing ball in. Headed back across the face. Perez towards Shawunmi, who chips the goalkeeper and cleared off the line by Harvey Neville.
Oh, that was close. He can't believe it. Well done, Harvey Neville. I mean, that ball is certain to cross the line, and Shawunmi must have thought at last he had got the breakthrough. Fighting there, Manny Perez does really well. Shawunmi gets goal side there of Ryan Edwards.
Shawunmi, not quite on the same wavelength as Manny Perez. Well, Fan Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Early stages of this second half, and still nothing between Lou City and Sporting JAX. One-way traffic, but Sporting JAX remaining in this one as they try to slip Tola Shawunmi in behind. He does get there. High cross towards Serrano, who heads it goalward, but right at Olivares.
You're going backwards. You almost want it the other way. You want Serrano to Shawunmi. In this case here, it's on target, but of course, not much of a stress for Olivares in goals. Could he have knocked it back maybe for somebody else?
I think the good sign, though, for Lou City is these chances are a lot more eyebrow-raising than they were around this point of the first half. starting to really cut through this Sporting JAX defense by Lou City. And as we mentioned, it comes on the front line. It is Akale, Donovan, and Wilson all in. It is Serrano, Shawunmi, and Davila, Evan Davila, all out. Those substitutions presented by the Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education, Kentucky Lottery.
Wow, if you're Sporting JAX, you just had Harvey Neville pull you out of danger twice, and now these three come on. Jansen Wilson, just a fantastic player. 2 goals, 2 assists, as it says. Muka Kale, who's so tricky around the box, which is something they need at the moment. And then Chris Donovan, top-class player coming from Philadelphia Union, where he's had plenty of starts, just 20 alone last season, 77 in total. So if Sporting JAX felt it was tough up until now, it's just been ratcheted up another level.
We'll see how they cope with that. Back on the point of Armstrong, his father actually as well, a 2012 U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame inductee. So soccer royalty in the blood of many Sporting JAX players. Here's Taylor Davila. And now we can just say Davila because there's only one of them on the pitch.
Yeah, I thought Evan Davila did very well first half. Didn't seem to impact too much second half, which is same with him and Ray Serrano. They seem to run out of energy and ideas, but first half, Evan Davila, top class.
Akale. Jansen Wilson curling it goalward, and he did not miss that by much.
He is to release the shot. A couple of times Tolo Shawamne got caught on the ball, but already Muka Kale running at defenses. Jansen Wilson. Wow, there's a little bit more bend on that, and that would have tucked in the corner.
Well, fans, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. I'll tell you what, Gary, there might not be a bad seat in the house here. 15,000 seat venue at Lynn Family Stadium, one of the premier venues in all of USL football. Days looking long for Perez. It was spilled briefly by Olivares, but the whistle sounded. Strong first half, and he receives the plaudits as a result.
Well done, Evan Davila. Delighted to see him make such an impact. Such a surprise player.
This is given away to Jaskalainen, and maybe something on now for Sporting JAX. Rose dispossessed immediately, though. Gleedle doing his defensive duties. Now Rose crosses it in, headed away, and they handle that situation relatively well. Akale. Davila. Akale again. And here is Niang, one of the substitutes for Lou City tonight. Plays it forward, and there are numbers for Lou City here. Davila underhits it for Jansen Wilson, though.
Akwe just stuck out her foot. Otherwise, that was a through ball. It's been so close for Lou City, but just at every point, including Harvey Neville twice, they've just stopped Lou City from scoring that crucial goal. Now, this was the minute that Tampa Bay got their winner.
Niang hoping for deja vu. Wilson cuts inside, and he has produced the winner. Jansen Wilson off the bench and onto the score sheet, and it may just very well be 3 points for Louisville.
You can see Olivares saying, what can I do? Nothing the goalkeeper could do. That was just the brilliance they've been looking for, that one moment. Jansen Wilson, what a player. When he came on, we said 2 goals, 2 assists. If anyone can break the deadlock, this guy can. But how well did he finish this? Niang threads the ball through. He's sort of creating from midfield, looking for options. Chips this one in. Jake Morris, just first time knocks it back. But look at that. He brings that ball across his body and doesn't take too long to hit it. Ball comes in from Jake Morris. Goes one way, goes the other, bang. Pulls the trigger, and look where he sticks it on such a short pullback. He sticks it right towards any real attempts to bother that man in picture, Hugo Farouz. So to Sporting JAX, to Liam Fox, brilliant defensively. What character, but tough result, and didn't create enough offensively.
The full-time whistle sounds. Jansen Wilson, the hero and the difference maker that powers Louisville City back into the win column.